Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon for those of you watching the replay, whenever you're watching this. And hello to those of you who are watching the replay on YouTube. For those of you who are live here on TikTok, welcome, darlings. So good to see you. Just getting our Palo Santo going. How's everyone feeling this evening? How are you feeling? As you're coming in, make sure you say hi. Tap on that screen. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Hi, Nico. Welcome. Good to see you, babe. Good to see you. Tess, hello. I am doing well. Just have your Palo Santo here. Hi, Jenna. Welcome, darling. Good to see you. So for those of you who are new to this space, every Tuesday we get together and we do some energy work. Lots of channeling, lots of light language, lots of energy. I do repost the replays of these on YouTube. That's linked in bio. That's such a cool name. Hello, hello. So as you're coming into the space, make sure that you are getting yourself into a receptive mode. Go ahead and share an intention with us. What is your intention for the evening? Where would you like the energy to flow? And even if you don't put it in the comments, although I recommend you do, even if you don't type it in, within yourself, make sure that you're setting an intention. Make sure that you are the creator, right? Decide where you want the energy to go for you this evening. To reconciliation. Hi, Lily. Good to see you. Hi, Jan. Alberto, I see you there, darling. Thank you. Okay. How are we feeling, collective? Jan. The emotion beneath anger is always sadness. Hello. The walls. I love that. Jan, so this is a perfect space, a perfect opportunity for you to uncover, that sadness and to feel into it. Hopefully, in receiving the energy. Yeah, I understand. Anger changing, or sadness changing to anger. Thank you for the follow, Wish. Thank you. Thank you for the follow, Crystal. Thank you, Drea. So, Jan, what's your intention for the evening? What is your intention for being here in this space? And again, if you're just joining the room, I do ask that you open yourself up to receive the energy that is flowing through here. Make sure that you consent. Okay? Set an intention for yourself. I understand, Courtney Rose. It'd be like that sometimes. Beautiful, Jan. Summer for you too, to heal your heart. Well, beautiful, because that's the space that I was tapping into before we hopped on live. Because I always, meditate and feel into this necklace. This is from Amazon. This is a Herkimer diamond that I bought in Sedona, and then I just put it on a chain. And I wear a moldavite, so it's good to wear moldavite with Herkimer diamonds. They help to balance each other. Yeah, so before I come on, I always kind of feel into the collective and, of course, go into a meditative state, open myself up to channel, right, to be a conduit of the divine. I'm not a Capricorn. I am a Virgo, though. Why'd you guess Capricorn, son? Moldavite. It always comes to you at the right time. And moldavite is green, just like the heart space. I understand, son. I do have a Capricorn stellium, but I'm not a Capricorn. I also have a Virgo stellium. Thank you for the follow pool, doctor. Amazing, Jan. Oh, Addison, I'm sorry. Hopefully that improves. Yes, it is powerful energy. Thank you for the follow, Claire. Thank you all for being here, for contributing to the energy, for tapping the screen, for choosing to take this time for yourself and for your healing. The divine would like to honor you in that decision this evening. I will take that as a large compliment, son. Thank you. It's my pleasure, Jan. It's my purpose. Thank you for the follow, Petra. Victoria, hi. We haven't sent an emoji. One, though, I'm thinking the flaming heart. So we like to set an emoji every evening. And so if at any point you're feeling your energy shift, or you're having just kind of a big reaction within you, or you're just really feeling it to whatever degree, you can always type in what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, but we also like to pick an emoji. So the emoji this evening, I'm thinking a flaming heart. That just feels like the vibe this evening. Make sure you're breathing, darlings. Make sure you're drinking water as we go. It may not seem like much is happening, but we're moving a lot of energy, which is healing, but also it is a lot on your body. So it's important you hydrate. Make sure you're getting in some electrolytes and minerals. Is it Hia or Hija? I love the melty emoji. That's actually my favorite one. The melty emoji is my favorite one. I love to get melty. Maybe that'll be our secondary one for the evening. Flaming heart and a little melt. Iya. Oh, I love that. Iya. Thank you. It's this, not that you asked, but Morphe Soul Matte. Can I get matte? And then I put a plumper on top, so it's no longer matte. Little mushies. Thank you, Felice. Thank you, Heather. Okay. We're going to go into the solar plexus. So if you're not familiar, that's your stomach. Happy to see you as well, Heather. Remember that as I'm moving this energy, wherever you feel it is valid, because sometimes as I shift the energy in the solar plexus and in this area, it can shift things elsewhere in your body. So wherever you feel it is still valid. So glad, Brett. grateful that they're serving a purpose. Hi, Patty. That scared me. I don't know if you guys could hear that sound, probably not. Right? I was like, and I was connecting really, really deep up there. Woo! Okay. I was like going deep into the quantum, y'all. I was like, okay. Hello, confirmation. Quantum, you see me too? Okay. Yes, it's collective, darling. Welcome. Absolutely, because I was literally like, ding. Like connected super deeply to the quantum, and then it was like, boom. Thank you for the follow. I understand. How old's your toddler? Oh, I'm so sorry. Losing a sibling relationship is challenging. Oof, my left palm is like tingling and burning a little bit. 2 next month. Oof. I have a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old. Hang in there. You've got this. I know it's exhausting. But you're doing a better job than you think. Thank you for the follow, Mickey Mouse. Lily, how is that translated now into adulthood? Traveler, they are. Thank you for the follow, Charisma. I understand. Know that it's not personal, even though it feels personal. It's really more about them than it is about you. At the piercing shop, unfortunately, so it's not super helpful. Sorry. Really feeling that left hand for some of you. Hi, Haley Ray. Good to see you. Cappy Joe, hi. This is Topo Chico sparkling water, by the way. It's not like a beer or something. I realized, I was like, oh, looks like it could be something else. You're welcome, Dee. We're just getting started. Lime Topo Chico. So good. Okay. What's going on in this left hand, y'all? I do too, Alberto. It's the best. Topo Chico. Should sponsor my lives. Just kidding. I don't even think that's a thing. Sparkle modality. Will someone share the emojis for the evening? I actually don't drink. You didn't miss too much. I've been on for about 20 minutes. I'm usually on for anywhere between 1.5 to 3 hours, so depends. Came on around 8:30. Hi, let me see. Victoria, yes, and the melty face goes too. Flaming heart and the melty face. For some of you, you need to be softer and more gently with yourself. More gentle with yourself. Gently. This left hand, that sensation that was coming up, that's the message there. To take a gentle hand with yourself. Not to try to force it or to force yourself through things, but instead to be more gentle. And I know that kind of goes against society, right? We kind of live into a society that says push and push, fake it till you make it. And thank you for sharing, Gretchen. Thank you for the follow, Allie. But do you really want to live like the collective society does? You know? Is that how you desire to live? Or do you desire to live differently? Absolutely. Exactly, Kayla. So we have to be living, breathing examples of that, and it goes against probably what many of the people in your life believe and think and feel. And then, maybe there's bosses that want you to be a certain way, or teachers, or, we're a part of these institutions. Enjoy, Nico. Thank you for the share, Eddie. Make sure you're breathing. Kayla, I honor you and your intuition, your intuitive knowing. And nothing in this life builds true, deep, authentic self-love than honoring yourself, honoring your own inner knowing, honoring what your soul knows to be true and what your soul knows to be right for you. That's truly how you build self-love. Because it's your authenticity, right? Authenticity vibrates higher than love. And I believe that's because authenticity is the highest form of self-love. Choosing to be authentic in the face of judgment, in the face of a society, maybe your family, that says otherwise, that is directly opposed to what you truly believe and what feels right for you. And it's not always easy. It is not always easy. Thank you for the follow, Jenny B. So this is where we have to be gentle with ourselves, right? Because it's a process. It's an unlearning process and a relearning process. It's a process. Thank you for the follow, D. So loosen up and allow. It's okay if not everyone gets you. But you may be surprised how many people do. And the relationships that you form from that space, they're so much more beautiful, so much more fulfilling. Versus the ones that were built on your own false masks that you didn't even understand were there, right? Sometimes it can be tempting to dim or to alter. But it's a false sense of security, right? To change who we are to fit in. Then we build more inauthentic relationships. Oh my gosh, Lily, it's challenging, especially for me in childhood. You know, I learned that masking was how we stay safe. Masking was how to survive. Make sure everyone else around you is comfortable. Don't be yourself because you don't want to make them uncomfortable. You don't want to make people feel bad about themselves by being too great. But you also don't want to be too terrible because then you're a burden. Right? It's like there's no winning. You're always too much and yet not enough. same, Kayla. And that's the thing, it's a trauma response. It's survival. It's a survival mechanism. We don't intentionally or consciously do this. Thank you for the follow, Cassie. Cassia. Which is why it's the process of unlearning, right? This journey is really... How many of you have read the Four Agreements? Who here has read the Four Agreements? Ah, yes. Right, in the Four Agreements, it talks about how we're trained, how we're domesticated by society, by our parents, by our family, by our schools, by our religion, how we're domesticated. We're taught to follow the rules and to sit and to stay and to be quiet. Kayla, it's such a quick and easy read, and it is so fucking impactful. It's one of those books where it's like worth it to just read it. I read it every few months just as a refresher, because every time I do, I get something new out of it, and it further... the thing that we have to remember, is that all of these false beliefs, right, all of these illusions, the collective consciousness, it's around us 24/7, right? Whereas maybe the other things are not as easily accessible in our awareness. So it's important, and it's our job to make sure that we are consistently, and you have to go out of your way to do this. Being in spaces like this counts, of course, but we have to intentionally expose ourselves to these things, to these spaces, to these concepts, these ideas, these relationships with people who live in this way and believe these things. Thank you for the follow, Monty. Thank you for the follow, Johnny. Right? And so reading, listening to podcasts, whatever that is for you, just make sure that you have it in your life consistently, because it's so easy to forget. That's kind of the point. It's kind of the point, right? Thank you, Trevor. It takes intentionality to be conscious, to live consciously. And we're going to go unconscious. We're going to get sucked back in. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to go unconscious. This isn't about perfection. But it's about how long do you stay there? How long do you stay in that space? How long does it take for you to come back into who you truly be? How often we perform. Thank you for the follow, Kira. Kayla, it's interesting because I feel like I used to shit on myself so much for not being perfectly non-reactive and conscious 24/7, but that was never actually the goal. That's not the point of this work. The point of this work is to be a conduit of love, and that includes extending unconditional love to ourselves. Letting it be okay. And what's really cool is that the deeper you go, the longer you're doing all of this, you stay on the other side longer, right? But it's still gonna happen. It's still gonna happen. You won't even realize it. Thank you for being here, Goldfinch Studio. Honored to share this space with you. Thank you for the follow, Kevy. So often, we think that it's the external that makes the internal flow in a certain way. We think we need to look a certain way or have a certain thing or achieve a certain thing. When in reality, it's not about that at all. Thank you for the follow, Stephanie. We see all these outward expressions of what we think it is that we desire. Oftentimes, not really what you want at all. Or we make ourselves wrong because we're not a certain way. We think if we just were that way, then maybe I could have the joy, then maybe I'll feel fulfilled, then maybe I'll feel loved or be worthy or lovable or whatever that is. I'm hearing that Anise song. We tell ourselves lies that we're not good enough. Get mad at ourselves for stupid things that we shouldn't have. And yet Spirit is always on your side, even when it doesn't seem like it. So what does that tell you right now? Could it mean that everything's going to be okay? Hi, Corey. Good to see you. How's California treating you? feel you, Corey. Remember that the external change is never the thing. It's about shifting in here. It's about shifting in here. Always. I understand, Corey. It's the hardest to shift internally when the external is triggering all of our... Yeah, my dog hears dogs barking, and so she's growling as well. And obviously, they're responding to the energy. Always. The thing that's so interesting and curious about the quantum is when we're in those moments where our wounds are triggered and it feels like everything is on the line. We're losing our home, because I've lost my home before. We're losing employment, money, all of these different things. What we, see as security and stability. Hi, Jake. Good to see you. Our tendency is to stop the work, right? To think, oh, there's more important things I need to focus on, right? There's more important things I need to focus on. I need to spend my time. Thank you. Thank you, Jake. I know. You don't need to keep track of the triggers. Thank you for the follow, Bab. Well, I'm glad you're here, Jonathan. Right? And so it's that human survival that comes into place, where we get scared and somehow sitting in meditation doesn't seem important, or doing the work. It seems like there's more important things to do. Spirit is so good at reflecting things to us through other people and conversations and that's when it's most important. That's when the work is most important. Is when it feels like we can justify skipping it. When we start having justifications not to do it, that's when we need to go in even more. the logical mind, it doesn't feel safe, and yet we don't actually want the predictable past to be our future, right? If we want something new, we have to create new. That means choosing to do different things than we did in the past. Choosing to break free. Thank you for the follow, Sammy. Okay, Corey. Get in a couple hours. So glad you were able to pop in. You've got this. You know that you do. For subconscious reprogramming, neuroplasticity, neural reprogramming, you want to use theta brainwaves. You've got to get into a deeply meditative state and then tap into the quantum. There's a great Joe Dispenza meditation you can download. You might be able to find it on YouTube, but it's called Changing Boxes. It's only like 30 minutes. So, that's a powerful one. Cardist, what do you mean? You are love. What do you mean, wait for love? Yes, it's called Changing Boxes. Uresete. Thank you for the follow, Alicia. And I don't know how to read that. Avanzam gameplay. Thank you for the share. Well, we're always connected to the quantum realm. Now, as far as creating what we actually desire in the quantum realm, that requires head and heart coherence, right? So we need the coherent brain waves and the coherent heart waves in order to create what we want in the quantum, right? Everything, it's all vibration. Literally, everything is vibration. I am speaking light language. Lissa, is it Lissa? Uresete. Everything is vibration. Everything is frequency. So in the quantum, in order to get to the quantum, we kind of have to remove ourselves, right? We have to remove the ego. You're so welcome. We have to remove the ego. The quantum, yeah, it's oneness, it's potentiality, it's everything. Uresete. Lissa. I mean, you can. I was in that space for a long time. Oh my gosh, Isabella. Relatable as fuck. Relatable as fuck. And it's okay. It's okay to lose belief. It's okay. That's why it's important that we come back to these spaces, right? And we come back. We come back to the work. We come back to it. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter how many times you stop, how many times you doubt, how many times you fall back into old shit and old patterns and old beliefs. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you get back up and you start again. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Noel. Right, it's part of this illusion that we're in. Body, I get that. Hi, cat lady. But it won't always be like that. I promise. I know what it feels like to go through time periods where it's like that. I really do. It will get better. Things will improve. Okay? It may take time. It may take time. But that's okay. Where are you headed, right? Like, that's the journey. Confirmation. Someone turning on a motorcycle or something. Not all the time, but the amount of time, it does get longer. The dips get smaller. It all shifts. It really fucking does. It just takes time. Please be patient with yourself. That is the most that I can ask. And when you're in those moments of heartbreak and pain and feeling, God, I mean, it can feel so challenging. It really can. Oh, I'm sorry, cat lady. And there's been so many times for me where I'm just like, oh my God, isn't this enough? You guys? And then I have to remember that I'm not the victim, I'm the creator. Yes, sparkle modality. It's about finding a balance in every experience, every relationship, everything brings us one step closer to oneness, to source, to divine truth, to our own divinity, home to our wholeness, home to ourselves. If there's any kind of destination, that's where we're going. Thank you for the follow. Basant. I'll turn that off. Say it or not. Oof. Speaking of drinking, I think I'm gonna go open up another one in a minute. Cleansing in here really quick. We're not done. Just hold your horses. How are we feeling so far? How's the energy this evening? How are your nervous systems feeling? I'm so glad. Ah, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Suzanne. What's the big day? Tell us what's going on. Trevor, I'm sorry. grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you. Little mushrooms on it. Okay, I'm gonna pull us an animal because I'm feeling called to. We don't normally do this mid energy work, but I'm feeling it. You're so pretty. Jonathan, that's actually very normal. Guys, you should see me when I meditate. Oh, my body does crazy things. It's like, honestly, it's a lot. It's a lot. It says healing, the deer and oat. Things will get better. Things will get better, my love. They will. Whether you believe it or not. So, in this deck, the deer represents healing. It's a time of slowing down and healing. Slowing down. The emojis for the evening are the flaming heart and the melty face. Let's get some emojis, y'all. Ooh. Guys, guess what just came out? Patience. Patience. Do you remember what I just said? What did I just say? What did I just say? I just said be patient with yourself. It takes time. It takes time. We talked about this last week. Those of you who were here last week already know. This is the second week in a row now. Patience is really coming through. There we go. Melina's on it. Petrified wood. Petrified wood is incredible for cultivating patience. Like, incredible. I really need to get a bracelet version because I don't have one, but I mean, petrified wood is incredibly old, right? Like, this used to be regular wood, and now, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's stone. Like, this used to be regular wood. It's so cool. It no longer is wood. So when you find petrified wood, it's gonna feel like a crystal. This is another one. They look all different kinds of ways because it's different pieces of wood that have petrified. And incredible for cultivating patience. Yes. Normally, actually, let me check my battery life. Yes. Normally, actually, let me check my battery life. I'm at 97%, so I could put the mic back on. You guys know normally I have the mic, so we can get the noises. I don't know how well that comes through just like this, though. Yeah, petrified wood is great for patience. So this is the bobcat and the blackthorn. And in this, right, this talks about the fact that a bobcat is willing to sit and wait patiently, right, before it pounces. It waits for the right moment. And I really can't stress that enough. There have been so many times in my life that I tried to make something happen and I tried to force something to happen and it just wasn't the right time. So sometimes it's just not yet, right? We have to be patient with ourselves. We have to be patient with our journey. No, the patience is with your healing, darling. The deer and the oat, right? That's healing. So the bobcat is telling us to be patient with our healing journey. Patient with our journey as we ascend. Right? And you guys, we were just talking about this, right? Where's the destination? Where is it that you're trying to go? Thank you for the follow. In love and death, we don't decide. Love that. I know. I know, cat lady. I know you were kidding. But I'm just saying. I'm actually really glad that you brought that up because that brought it all together. Patience for our healing journey. And in a way, it's never ending, right? We're always on the journey. We're always on the path. But things do improve. Like, don't let that deter you. Don't let that be like, oh God, it's never going to end. And yeah, like, that's because your consciousness never ends. Your journey never ends until you ascend and then go into another body. Right? So it's like your soul's path, your soul's journey doesn't end. Right? And you're here to have an experience. You're done with bodies. Understood. Who knows? Maybe you'll be just a little cat or next time or something, right? Like, yes. I'm going to get another lime Topo Chico. Let's see. I haven't seen very many flaming hearts this evening. Let's get some going. Let's get some energy flowing. Let's tap the screen. Okay? I'm going to grab another Topo Chico and we're going to continue with our energy work. Let's get some energy flowing on your end. I see you. So thirsty this evening. You can't find it? Well, I'll give you a pass. Do you have the melty? It's okay. Thank you for taking the time. So good. Okay. Just checking with spirits, see where they want to take it. Yes. They're back to the puzzle piece much quicker. Remember that your energy contributes to this space. So make sure that you're here, make sure that you're present. Ueresete. I'd like to invite you to bring a little bit more presence into your body here and now. Maybe if you've had your eyes open, maybe take a moment to close your eyes and tune inward. How is your heart feeling today? Is there tightness? Is there constriction? Is it open and flowing? Does it feel like that flaming heart emoji? Does it feel like the melty face? What sensation is living in your heart? Maybe it's sadness or anger or confusion. Whatever sensation you feel in your heart, allow it to be there, no matter how uncomfortable it is. Just sit with it. Don't try to change it or alter it. Don't try to make it go away. Just sit with it in presence. Observe with love. Feel into your beautiful heart. There's so much love that lives there. And I know it oftentimes doesn't feel safe to live from your heart. But your heart is wise. Your heart is intelligent. It will not lead you astray. Lily, you get to say the truth. And you get to be heard. You may not be heard by the people that you desire to be heard by, but you will be heard. Shift I deserve to I get to. Feel that you get to have it in this life. For every single one of you, if there's something in your life that you feel that you deserve, if you feel you deserve a partner that treats you in a certain way, you feel you deserve the job that you desire, you feel that you deserve these things, the energy of deserving can sometimes separate you from that thing. It can put you in lack. So I invite you to shift a narrative of I deserve to I get to have, right? It's a knowing. It's an I get to have the relationship that I desire. I get to have a partner who treats me like a queen. I get to have a job that is fulfilling and pays me well, that is flexible and I don't have to stress. I get to have unconditional love in this lifetime. You don't deserve it, you get to have it. Right? That's claiming it. That is owning it. That is stating what you get to have. That is you creating your life. Create it. Don't deserve it, create it. You get to have it. Period. Feel the power in that. Exactly. But deserving is still a separation from it. Deserving it says that you don't have it. Right? Because if you deserve it, that means it's something that you deserve but you don't have. Therefore, it's separate from you. Versus, I get to have this means it's already mine. In the physical, you might not see it yet. But you can feel into it for yourself. Where is it? For me, I noticed the shift in that around relationships. For so long, I was in this space of like, I deserve to have someone who treats me really well. And all these things. Thank you, cat lady. But I didn't really have that, right? But I was like, but I deserve it. Why do these people not treat me well? I deserve it. And then I shifted it. I was like, no, that's what I get to have in this life. And so anything that came into my sphere that didn't align to what I knew I got to have. And literally my man just texted me, good night, my love. You are so amazing. Like, once I shifted to I get to have a partner who does all of these things. It was a knowing, it was a no. Like, I know that in this incarnation, in this life, that's what I get. That's what I get in this lifetime. Yeah, and you get to have a husband that treats you like a princess. Right? You get to have that, obviously. It's not, you don't deserve it. It's not that you deserve it and it's something out there that you deserve to have and don't have. You get to have it. It may not be in your reality yet, but you get to have that. So anything that isn't that, automatically, because that's not it. Because that's what you get to have in this life. Right? Ah, that's amazing. That can happen, elevated alignment. It absolutely can. Listen, that's actually what I hoped for. Exactly. And again, it's like just feel the energy of that within you. Right? Say the words out loud and see how the energy feels in your body when you say those words. Right? Because everything is energy, everything is spells. And I think so often we can get stuck in the feeling of like, well, I deserve it. I don't know, but for me, I deserve it meant I didn't have it. Absolutely, Omar. Thank you for the follow, Elizabeth. Yeah, so you got to find whatever works for you. So if for you, I'm lucky my husband bathes me in unconditional love. If that feels right for you, then do it. To me, what felt true was I had a real deep, true knowing of what I got to have in this life. Like deeply, truly knowing, like, no, these are my standards. This is what I get to have. Period. And just knowing that. Right? Omar, I understand. I understand. Trust me, I understand. I get the thing and I'm like, I'm like, but really? Really? That's okay. Everything's energy. The thing is, you're always manifesting, whether you're manifesting consciously or manifesting what you consciously desire. Now, that's another question. We manifest with the unconscious mind, ultimately. So, we can sit here and say affirmations out loud all we want. But really, what's running the show? Our subconscious. So until we reprogram the subconscious and shift our energy, shift our frequency and our vibration, and therefore the signals that we send out change, right? As you open up your heart and you tap into your heart, you magnetize and you draw different things to you, right? Your mind is the electricity, it's the signal. Your heart is the magnet. That's why they have to work together. Exactly, Jonathan. Because it's shifting at an identity level. Absolutely, meditation can be great for neural reprogramming. Meditation and different specific, getting to different brain waves, right? You got to get to theta. Thank you for the follow, Katrina. Right? And Jonathan, it is that exactly, the knowing, right? Because we have to shift at an identity level. We have to shift who we be, who we believe ourselves to be, who we perceive ourselves to be. Hi. Hi, Katrina. I've manifested tons of crazy things. It's honestly, it's pretty wild. Tapping is incredible, yeah. I've manifested tons of things. It still is so crazy to me. I don't even like to think of it as manifesting, though. I almost feel like that word, because of how the creative consciousness has almost changed the word manifesting, I almost feel like the energy of the word manifesting and manifestation is almost kind of been bastardized a little bit. Absolutely, Katrina. And like I said, we're always manifesting, right? We're always creating. The question is, are you creating what you desire? Are you creating consciously? Or are you creating from an unconscious state? Hi, Danu. Right? We're always creating. There is no separating you from manifestation. You're just often manifesting the past into the future over and over and over again. Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, here's the thing though. There's this period in between where you are and where you're going. There's this period where you don't have the thing externally yet. And that can't shift your identity. Your knowing your identity, all of that cannot be based on the external at all. It has to be a fully internal state. It has to be a fully internal state. The external can't shift it. No matter what anyone says, just like when it's an identity level shift, right? That space in between, that's the void. That's the part where can you hold this identity even though what you're seeing outside of you doesn't match this. I'm telling you, the biggest shifts that I have made in my life, the biggest transformations, the biggest like really deep shifts and changes, first of all, they've taken me years. Secondly, they took that commitment that I'm talking about right there, where you are holding it so deeply within yourself and it has nothing to do with what's happening outside of you. It's literally like I don't care what happens out here. This is who I am. This is who I be. I'm not shifting or changing because anything happens out here, right? Whether it does what I want or it doesn't do what I want, this is it. This is my new reality, period. The rest doesn't matter, right? It cannot be dependent on an external outcome. It cannot be dependent on seeing some result. Oh my God. Years and years. But the thing is, I wouldn't trade that for anything because it's so, for me, everything I've done has been so grounded. It's been so deeply integrated, right? It didn't come and go in a flash. It wasn't like, and done. No. The deep healing that I've created, the things that I've really deeply, truly created, yeah, no. It's never shifting. I completely understand that, Kayla. I completely understand. Like, oh my God, it's working so much faster for everyone else. Why is it not for me? Am I broken? No. Again, and that's why it comes down to there's no destination, right? Like, and this is the work of a lifetime. You're going to be doing this work for your full lifetime. We're going to be in this for a full lifetime, which is why it can't be about an outcome. It just has to be about living as this person, right? So if you're feeling separate from abundance, it's living in a state of abundance regardless of what you see externally, right? You could be getting evicted and still in a state of overflow and abundance, even if your bank account's empty, right? It's like that. For instance, for me, the first kind of experience I had of that was with infertility and acne. I had PCOS and I was working to heal it naturally. And I changed my whole lifestyle. I changed my entire lifestyle. I was eating super clean and, I started I changed everything. And it's like my skin progressively was getting worse. My hormones were not improving. My cycle sucked. Like, I was not getting pregnant, like all of these things, right? And it was like, I remember having this identity shift of like, well, it doesn't matter if my skin doesn't improve. I know that what I am doing is the best thing for me. I know, because also I made a point to go deep into that world, right? I made a point to immerse myself in it. I immersed myself in the world of natural healing, in the world of healing your hormones naturally, right? And so like, I knew that even if my skin never cleared, I wasn't going to change how I was eating because I was in it for life. It's who I was. It became, and it's still who I am to this day because it's never going to change because it's who I am. I made that change 12 years ago. That was 12 years ago I started eating that way. And at that time I was eating paleo. Right? Oh yeah, no, I got certified to do functional lab work for people. I had a whole coaching business where I helped people heal specifically acne and PCOS and infertility. Because once I healed, I was like, oh my God, everyone needs to know this is possible. But I didn't even know at the time, right? I wasn't intentionally like, I need to change my identity. And when I change my identity, I'm going to get the outcome that I want. That's not what it was. I literally had to change who I was. Because the me that had the acne, that had the infertility, that had all of those things is not this person you see in front of you right now, because I changed. Ooh, this is big energy. Ooh, hydrate. So, let's talk about this. Where in your life, thank you, Al. Where in your life are you seeing yourself as separate from something that you feel that you need? Because that's the thing. When it's the real deep stuff, you don't feel like it's just something that you want, right? You feel like your life is on the fucking line. It feels like a need. It's not just a, well, I want, no. Right? It's survival. It's the quality of your life. Okay, Kayla, so money. When you think of having money, having the money that you desire, that you need, and if you're watching this and yours is something else, what's the pick one. What's the biggest one? The thing that you're like, I need this. And not the surface level thing. It might be the thing that you'd be a little bit embarrassed to admit, the thing that's really deep. The thing that's really deep. And I want you to go ahead and close your eyes for just a moment. And just allow yourself to melt away. All of the layers of identities, all of the stories, everything that you've created. Everything that you've created, all of the doubt, the belief, every inch of it. Everything that's kept you safe, everything that's kept you small, everything that's made you feel big and important. Feel it all just fall away from you onto the ground. One layer at a time, one piece at a time. Allow yourself to just become bare until there's nothing there anymore. Just let it all go right here and right now. Allowing yourself to be no one, no thing, in no time. Allowing yourself to just be in existence. And breathe in the freedom of this. Even as the old parts of you try to creep up and creep back in, the stories, the beliefs, the chatter, just let them fall back down to the ground. One piece at a time. from here. Feel into that thing that you felt separate from. Maybe it was love, a relationship, money, abundance, whatever you feel like you can't have. Authenticity, success, presence, peace, self-love. Whatever you feel separate from, find it now. Now feel within you the separation between you and this thing. And allow yourself to just slowly close that gap. Feel yourself slowly drawing closer. Maybe it's to the money, the relationship, whatever it is for you. Feel yourself drawing closer. Until it's right in front of you. And then slowly allow yourself to merge. And see that the feeling, the sensation that you desired from this thing has been within you all along. That you were never actually separate from it. That the separation was the illusion. And yet maybe you don't have it in your life right now. In a physical, material way. And so take this moment here to understand that you get to have this. You get to live a life where this is your reality. Not just your reality, but your birthright. Who you were meant to be here. Because the desire would not live within you if you weren't meant to have it. If you were not meant to be it. So the how is up to the divine. Your job is to align to the frequency and to create a space where this can come in and through for you. Your job is to create the energy and the environment. And it's Spirit's job to bring it through in whatever way they see fit. You don't get to control that part. Right here within you, just take a moment to decide who you get to be in this life. Regardless of what anyone else says, regardless of what happens outside of you, regardless of what you see. Who do you get to be and what do you get to have? Mint tea. And slowly you just come out of this state. You can come back to your human self. With the coughing. Ah, amazing, Melina. That just shows how ready you are. That just shows how ready you are. How ready you've been. How much your soul has been waiting. It's just been waiting. That's so awesome. I love that you've been burping. Gotta let the energy move and shift somehow, you know? Oh, you're welcome, Melina. How are you feeling today, babe? So an interesting thing in owning an identity is that we need to say no to the right things, right? Saying no to the things that don't align to that identity, right? Because that version of us wouldn't say yes to that. We're saying yes to that from a space of lack, of thinking that there isn't something better. But when we know what we get to have, like if you truly knew and truly believed, you wouldn't say no to that or you wouldn't say yes to that shit. Like think of the you that is sitting in the seat of having that. You'd be like, what? No. Easy no. Right? Just like when I was healing my body physically, it was easy to not eat the food that I knew didn't work for my body because I didn't want to eat food that didn't work for my body. People would be like, oh my God, how do you not eat that? And I'm like, because I don't want to. I'm so glad you're feeling hopeful, Melina. So glad. Right? But that wasn't the person that I was prior. Before that, I would have been like, oh my God, give it to me. Right? But I didn't want that for myself anymore. I didn't want the life that I had for myself anymore. And so I had to make different decisions. It's so true, Jonathan. And it's the same thing for relationships. Right? Like if you're calling in a certain type of relationship, anything that doesn't align to that, you're like, what the fuck? No. Like truly, that's how it works. But you have to shift to that degree before, right? And otherwise, we're just in that space where we're kind of like pretending, which, don't get me wrong, I do think that that's an important, like, part of the process too. But when we're not operating from lack and fear, like for money, for instance, like, would I say yes to that job if I wasn't deciding from lack? Like, if I was truly standing for what I know that I get to have and who I know I get to be in this life, would I say yes to that? That doesn't align to what I'm saying that I desire. What I'm seeing, that doesn't align to what I'm saying that I'm calling in and what I'm saying I get to have. So why am I saying yes to this? Why? Lily, how old are you? When we've learned to put other people's comfort and desires above our own, it can take a while to start to learn what we truly desire. Almost 24. Okay. Sit down with a piece of paper and about a specific topic. Don't just try to figure out what you want, like, across the board. That's a lot, okay? But first of all, you'll know what you want by knowing what you don't want. That's such a gift in us being shown and given the things that we don't desire, is we're like, oh yeah, no, I don't want that, right? And it gives you that clarity of never again, not doing that again, I don't want that. So by knowing what you don't want, it allows you to get clarity on what you do want. So you're like, okay, I don't want someone who ghosts me. And maybe from that desire, you're like, I desire someone, and I know, and then that goes to I get to have, right? Figure out what you desire first. I get to have a partner who responds to all my texts. I get to have a partner who stays. I get to have a partner who's consistent. I get to have a partner who chooses me and I choose them. I get to have a partner who is deeply committed to me. And I get to have a partner who's deeply committed to their connection to the divine, right? Like, don't shortchange yourself. Right, so don't focus on the thing. Focus on how you want it to make you feel. Right? Focus on how you want it to make you feel. So as far as the career thing goes, right? Because the divine will bring it to you. If your heart is open, you magnetize the experience to you. So sit down. What are the things I want my career to look like? I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to work from home. Like, whatever that is for you. What are those things? I want to be able to leave the house. I want to interact with people in person. I want to have friendships with my coworkers. I want to work in a really collaborative environment. Like, what are those things? What do you want it to look like? Okay? And then you write down how you want it to feel. I want it to feel really free. I want to feel abundant. I want to feel safe. Whatever those things are. Define all of that, right? Feel into all of that. And then once you have that package, feel into the, I get to have this, right? I get to have this. Quiet. Get specific. And then when you go into those meditations, like what we just did, right? Remove yourself, remove the identity, remove who you are, which that gets you into that state of being a blank slate. You're connecting into the quantum. Feel into your heart. That energy goes up into the head. And then feel into that thing that you desire, that you just wrote down, all of that it already exists in the quantum. It's already out there. You just have to align to it and then merge. And I know that sounds super simplistic. And sometimes it literally is that simple. And sometimes, again, it's not about the outcome, right? So we continue to choose to do that work because it feels really good to do the work, not because we're trying to make something. It's because we want to change who we be. I know. Too bad school instead spends time teaching us a bunch of stuff that we never need to know. Yay. It's okay. It's because you're in the theta brain state. Yeah. Yep. And so one thing I used to do a lot was I would have my headphones just sitting right next to my bed. And as I would wake up in the morning, I would pop my headphones on and put on theta brainwaves, right? You can put on the songs. It's like 4 to 6 hertz. And that's the brainwave state where you can reprogram your subconscious mind. And so I'd throw on my headphones and I'd meditate. I'd either sit up or I'd stay lying down and meditate, get into a deeply meditative state, and then I would start to kind of like state the things. It's safe. And I would always go with, it's safe. It's safe for me to have a relationship. It's safe. Whatever that is that feels unsafe within you, right? Because there's a part of you that doesn't feel safe to receive it. So it's safe to have a job that I love. It's safe to have a loving partner. It's safe, right? 4 to 6 hertz. So 6 hertz or 4 hertz, anywhere in there. Welcome back, Nico. Theta, Theta, theta brainwave state is what you need for reprogramming the subconscious mind. Yeah, so you can do that because you go through theta when you're going down to sleep, right? And when you're coming back up to wake, we were at 66. You go through theta. So that's why the early morning and the late evening are the most powerful. And then also, serotonin wakes you up, but melatonin puts you to sleep. And they're both derivatives of tryptophan, which is all produced in the pineal gland. Thank you, darling. And melatonin is highest between 1 and 4 a.m. Exactly. Yes, Jonathan. When we fall asleep and when we wake up, we naturally go through theta to get to the dreaming state, right? To get to alpha. But yeah, so you can have really powerful meditations if you start them at like 4 a.m. I know that sounds a little wackadoodle, but your pineal gland is like, you can have some really powerful experiences doing early morning meditations. Good night, darling. Love you. Oh, that's amazing, Chase. Congrats. Feeling this like kind of like a heaviness and sadness coming through right down the center. Just open up to receive the energy, loves. To liberate this energy from your bodies. Arroi que no es suate no iría. Anoi coete se tenere. Uye nguari suata. Una suaye. Ashuenua Quarisato Anayasata. Arno que nete sete. Arronaya sayata. Shurisetene. Nanuasiraya. Arronoese que tuinira. Hi, Susan. How do we feel? How do we feel? I'm so glad. Beautiful, Alexandra. Okay, my darlings. Remember not to take things personally. Remember that you get to assign the meaning to things in this life. Remember that you are beautiful and whole, exactly as you are. You get to be you. It's just about shedding the false identities to find the truth of who you be. Katrina. Definitely, watch what other people do, see where it resonates. Chase, are you able to do Venmo or Cashapp? I could do PayPal too. Katrina, so I would offer the work. Oh my God, tomorrow's World Meditation Day. That's amazing. I'm planning on waking up at 4 a.m. to meditate tomorrow. Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah. I'm not sure, Chase. I'm not sure how to do that. If you want to, 4 a.m. is a great time to start meditation, or really you want to wake up a little before 4 so you can start at 4. The veil is thin. The veil is always thin for me. That's not truly, but yeah, melatonin production, right? So the human body, you're able to have very beautiful experiences. You do early morning meditations, and anyone that's tried them, there's something magical about an early morning meditation. Katrina, sorry, back to your question. So I think that there's no right or wrong way. There's no right or wrong way to go about sharing energy work on this platform. I think trust in spirit. Remember that spirit is your guide. Remember that you are a vessel, right? You're a divine vessel. You are a conduit of the divine. That doesn't feel unsafe at all, Lily. Always come back to that, right? It's never about the numbers. It's not about how many views, how many comments, how many people. It's really not. If you can, try to share the work in a way that you have no pressure financially, that you're not doing it trying to, I say trying, right? Trying to make a business out of it or with any kind of motive like that outside of being a tool for the divine, a vessel for the divine to flow through. And if you go in with that as your intention, you can never fail, right? Chase, honestly, I don't know. And Alexandra, yes, readings are open tonight. I don't know. Do I have any mods on right now? But yeah, that's my advice. And listen, I'm not the most successful person on this app. There are people way more successful than me. If you were talking about numbers, monetary, all that, in all those ways, that's not me. But I love what I do here. And I love the community that we have here. And I love what we've built and what we've created together. So, yeah. Good night, Jonathan. But yeah, you can Cash App or Venmo for readings tonight. You're welcome, Lily. Good night, Kayla. Oh yes, Susan, I know. Nor do numbers, right? Your amount of followers or views or comments, like all that kind of stuff. It's all meh. Thank you, Nick. I'm glad. And that's the thing, right? I'm on here every week. And it's not because I necessarily make money. There's plenty of times I come live and I'll make like 13 cents. The gifts on TikTok are, yeah, Katrina, give it a try. And like, listen, I went live consistently to like 10, I would have like 10 people in the room the whole time. I did that for a really long time. And I never felt bad about that. It always felt really good. Like, it always felt really good. And I mean, maybe there were times when I was like, damn. But honestly, like, I didn't go into it trying to do anything. I was just sharing the messages in the way that I felt I was meant to. I was just following the divine guidance and moving in the way that I felt I was meant to. Thank you, Susan. I'm so glad, Alberto. Yes, I saw your payment come through, Alexandra. Absolutely, Katrina. So give it a go. And again, make sure it takes trial and error in finding the boundaries for yourself to make sure that you're not over giving in your energy. But again, if there's things in my life that you enjoyed, try those out for yourself. See if it connects with your audience. But know that your energy, who you be when you show up is always your greatest currency. That is something, your presence, your energy, who you be to the deep depths of your being, the amount that you allow yourself to show up authentically, that's going to be it. And that's what's going to call in aligned people, right? You've got it. Trust yourself and allow it to be a process. Allow it to be a journey. Just let it be fun. It's such a beautiful opportunity. I'm so humbled and so grateful every time I come on here, and every time I do a reading that resonates with people, and just all of it. It's this work to me is so sacred. This gift, right, is so sacred. Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. Allow yourself to expand in whatever way you're meant to. Okay? You've got it. Alexandra, darling, are you ready for your reading? Chase, the only problem with doing like a TikTok equivalent of the amount is that whatever you guys pay in the gifts, I only get like a small percentage. TikTok gets a very large percentage of it. So I don't really know how it computes. So I don't know how I don't know how I'd do that. If you have PayPal, we could do PayPal. PayPal is through email, but you're welcome. Alexandra, do you have a specific question, darling? Or are you just wanting a general reading? For those of you who are here specifically for the energy healing, that portion has concluded. Ring the bell. Let's ring the bell. So what does igniting love mean to you, Alexandra? Good night, Katrina. Chase, I had to put spaces in between the email address because they don't let you post email addresses in comments here, so go ahead. How do we know when it's the right time? Person, chapter, city. Okay. I'm gonna go grab a deck for you. Pause. So Alexandra, they're really wanting you to shift your perspective around right and wrong. Because any decision that you make, anything that you do, is never truly a wrong decision because it's always guiding you on your path. It's setting you on the path. And sometimes it can look like a wrong decision when in reality it sets you on course for an experience you were meant to have in order to get you where you want to go. So, is there ever truly a wrong decision or a wrong choice? And can you, looking back, see how every decision that you've made has led you exactly to where you are right now, which is exactly where you're meant to be. So is there ever truly a wrong decision? I haven't used this deck in a long time. This is the deck they called me to get for you. I'm excited. I love the energy of this deck. So can you look back? Lily, can you look, or no, sorry, not Lily. Lily popped up and I said Lily. Alexandra. Yes, Lily, I saw. Alexandra, can you look back at your life and see how the decisions that you made, maybe even the ones that felt like wrong turns, were actually where you were meant to be and where you were meant to go? Feels like your beliefs are being challenged right now for a reason, Alexandra. You have lots of in-between energy, lots of, I can see and feel the uncertainty. So truly the trust that you don't have is in yourself. You don't trust yourself. You don't trust the decisions that you've made. The plans that have fallen through, the things that have worked out, the things that haven't worked out. You don't trust yet that that was all meant for you. But all of that's about to change. All of that is about to change. So it's really interesting with this card. And there's a bunch of other cards out here too, but this is one that I really want to show you. In this version of the Eight of Wands specifically, right, there's all these wands that are almost like going through her, and it's like these feel like it's like doubt piercing you, right? And see how she's kind of like tangled up and stuck in it all. All of that is about to change. This is a card of massive change. This is a card of rapid change and rapid transformation. I swear. And I can't see your picture super well, but it almost looks like her hair even looks kind of like yours. You get to have it. Right? Remember? You get to have it. You get to trust yourself. It is safe to trust myself now. Okay, I'll check PayPal after this. It is safe to trust myself now. It is safe to trust my intuition. It is safe to trust my knowing. It is safe to step up into a leadership role into my life. And not wait for others to tell me what to do or what's right or what's wrong. You get to step into a leadership role in your own life. So we have meditate and contemplate, and a time to give rather than take. This aligns to what I just said. It is time to give yourself the validation that you look for from other people. Exactly. It is time to give yourself the validation that you typically look for from other people in your decisions. And the way that you're going to get to that space, meditation. Daily meditation practice is going to get you into that state of knowing. And from that state, when the knowing comes through, you then need to act upon that. Because your energy is going to shift rapidly. And as it does, it's all going to become clear because you're going to start to actually trust yourself and the decisions that you make. And as you do this and you liberate this energy and you heal this whole aspect of yourself, you will be able to look in hindsight and see how every fucking decision you made, even the ones that were based on what other people said, that led you astray, led you towards experiences that you needed to have. And if you weren't exactly where you meant to be, you wouldn't be having this reading right now, and you wouldn't be receiving this perspective, right? So how could you possibly not be exactly where you're meant to be? It's every decision that you made up to this point that brought you to this space to make the decision to get a reading right now, right? There's probably a parallel reality somewhere where you made a different decision and you didn't get a reading and you did something different. Or it didn't even lead you onto this live. Maybe you did something completely different. So which reality are you choosing to align to here and now? In this particular version of you, in this experience of you that you're having right here and right now. Right? Hi, Katie. Long time no see. You're exactly who you were meant to be, exactly where you are meant to be. Exactly where you are meant to be. Right here, right now. This is going to require a bit of a transition and a death for you in this habit of learning to tune into others to figure out what's right for you and learning to tune into yourself instead. And doing so potentially may put you in a position of actually deciding things that are completely opposed to to the people around you. So it's like the opposite of before. Before you tune into them to decide, and now you're going to tune into you and what you truly want in your heart, in your soul, in the true depths of your being, may be completely contrary to what those around you want or say is best for you. And so that is going to be a bit of a death experience, right? A death of who you used to be. So you can step into who you are becoming. Step into who you are becoming. And the question I had asked before I started shuffling this time around, I said, okay, well, where is she headed? Where is she going next? This death that we just talked about leads you to High Priestess energy. The High Priestess. The High Priestess is intuitive. The High Priestess is knowing. The High Priestess trusts. The High Priestess is fucking tapped into source. Amazing, Alexandra. Amazing. Amazing. You're already on the path. This is really just a confirmation for you. You're already doing the work. This is just a confirmation for you. It's an external validation, but not in the way that you used to get it, right? It's an external validation from someone that doesn't even know you, that is just reading your energy to show you that you are on the motherfucking right path. You're on the right path. Look. This is one of my favorite High Priestess cards because I feel like she looks a little bit like me. And I've always said whenever the High Priestess comes out in one of my readings, because my handle here is High Priestess Harmony, right? Whenever she comes out in one of my readings, it's the utmost confirmation. And especially in this deck, like the fact that this High Priestess came out, that this is the deck that we used and this is the one that came out. Look at her. I'm telling you. High Priestess. This is you. This is where your energy is headed. This is where you're going. And I feel like you're being invited to go a little bit deeper within. To go a little bit deeper into source. A little bit deeper into your intuitive knowing. A little bit deeper. This is your invitation. But you've got this. Don't forget the meditative practice. And again, giving yourself the validation for your decisions, for that indecision, the confusion. Yes, it's time to give it to you, right? Oh, look, these two look similar to each other as well. Well, look at that. Flower crowns and flowy hair. Yeah, and in order to trust ourselves above others, we have to create that space, really through meditation, to tap into ourselves. And to find our inner knowing and find our inner voice, right? We have to create the space for that because oftentimes we're operating from wounds and we don't even realize it, right? We also had the bear come out reversed. So this was showing me the leadership of being the leader of your life, right? Right? Being the leader of your life, and it's reversed right now. So again, stepping into that leadership position for you. All right, Spirit, any last cards for Alexandra? Any last cards? They're showing me the butterfly over here. I have a little clip sitting here, and it's a butterfly pointing that out to me. Your guides are like, we trust you. So again, if you've been in this period of unknowing, indecision, stagnation, I had the stagnation card, but it came out reversed, things are about to shift and change. Okay? They're about to shift and change. Remember? Right here. They're about to shift and change. Ah, Jess, I was just thinking about you earlier today. How are you, darling? Thank you. All right. You're welcome. I love you. Thank you for the chance to read for you. Okay, Lily, I got you. Really quick, I'm going to check my PayPal to see. Oh, yeah. It was a good one. It was a doozy. That full moon, that Scorpio full moon was a doozy. Chase, I'm going to check my PayPal to see if a payment came through. Let me go check that really quick. Blah, blah, blah. And then Lily, I will do your reading. I am very well. Thank you, Jess. Still lots of transition happening over here. Said I have to accept it. Okay, I'll go into my PayPal app and I will try to accept it. One moment. Said I have to accept it. Okay, I'll go into my PayPal app and I will try to accept it. One moment. Okay, Chase, I didn't see it there. Oh my God, Jess. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Also, someone said something during that I was trying. Oh, Katie, you're coming back to Dallas. Let me know. Let me know. Chase, I didn't see it in there, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure, darling. I wish it was easier between Canada and America, you would think. I have one of my best, like, soul sister bestie. She lives in Canada. Hey, look, Scorpio moon. It's time to release negativity. We were just talking about the Scorpio full moon, Jess. Okay, Lily. Lily. Alexandra, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect from your energy. Okay, Lily. Sounds good. Lily. Good night, Nick. I feel so much energy in your face today. I feel so much energy in your face today, Lily. It's like this blossoming and opening that's happening in your face. All right, Spirit. Lily is asking about her lifestyle, a compatible lifestyle. So what exactly do you mean by that, Lily? I want to make sure that I'm understanding the question, so I'm getting you an answer that is as close to, you know, what you were looking for as possible. Thank you, Jess. so in your face, it's really interesting. I'm feeling this swirl of like, it's a mixture of like joy and happiness. A mixture of joy and happiness, but then there's also some like sadness in there. So it feels like there's some tears that really need to release. So I don't know if you've been crying recently or like you need to, but it feels like there's a lot of energy that needs to move through your face. Which sounds odd and random, but as soon as I tapped into it, it was like this opening in the facial area and in the head. Oh, wow. So there's also, this is interesting because this actually ties slightly back to the reading that I just did. There's this piece within you right now of leadership, of taking that leadership seat in your life, of taking the creator seat in your life versus having things happening to you, consciously creating and letting them happen for you. Oh my God. Lots of colors in your cards. Look at this. We got the salamander reverse for you as well, which is the stagnation card. Good night, Jess. You as well. And then this is a communication card, but this card also deeply ties into leadership because it's about communicating as a leader, right? Like communicating by setting the energy yourself versus kind of like just feeling it out and going with the flow of everyone else. It's about setting the energy yourself, setting the standard yourself. And so these are both reversed right now. Yeah. Because there's an imbalance here, right? There's something that needs to shift in the energy. And look, we have the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. The Emperor, this is divine masculine energy, which is action-oriented energy, right? Beneath it, we have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, especially when this comes out in a reading, symbolizes truth. So it's like ultimate truth, right? It's like the sword of truth that Archangel Michael holds, right? Oh my God, it's 11:11. Sorry, you know I get excited. Right, and so it's like confirming the truth of this reading for you. This is you. This is you needing to embody your masculine energy. It's not someone outside of you. This is you needing to embody your masculine. And it feels like you're really meant to begin to plant seeds and to grow. Yeah, to grow. Go figure. And look. This is where you're going to find the seeds, Lily. in your heart space. Look, this is all energy. From the heart going up. And also energy from the heart going down into the hands as you're taking the action and working with your hands. Which is why, so masculine energy, right, is a lot about taking aligned action, because healthy masculine energy is very beautiful, right? It's very action oriented, but it's aligned action. It's not just random action for the sake of action, right? It's knowing and trust and move, and not questioning, not doubting, not going into lack. It's that action, but it's in the material world, right? And so the masculine energy is about the material world. It's about taking action in the material world, not just in your head, not just thinking about it, right? And so how do you do that? You have to start within, right? You start within, and as you open your heart space within and you clear the energy and you clear the space within, the energy naturally goes up to your mind. This is where the ideas, right? This is your creative center. You're building ideas, and then that energy is flowing into your hands and you're physically taking action. I feel like you're meant to do something that, like, where you physically use your hands, if that makes sense. Even maybe like a hobby of literal plantings of seeds. Right, we have sunflowers here. We have the Queen of Pentacles crossed. It is ballet. It's the paleo ballerina. It's H Patton at thepaleoballerina.com. That used to be when I originally was doing my stuff online, that was my handle on my website and everything, the Paleo Ballerina. Yeah. So I also feel as though you're going to get into a meditative state as you're gardening, right? And so, like, literally, as you are gardening, make it like an open eye meditation, right? So put yourself in that meditative state. Feel into your heart center. So maybe sit there and feel into your heart center. Activate your heart. Let it open and expand. Feel the energy from your heart flowing into your hands, and then start to garden. And I feel like as you garden, you're going to get into this meditative state. Continue to feel the energy flowing into Mama Gaia, right? And it's all going to flow back to you as well. And it's going to activate further on what you are meant to do. You're so very welcome, darling. It's not a time to use your intellect, right? This is not a time to just think it through. You have to feel and activate. Use your passion, right? Activate the heart. Use the passion in your hands. Chase, I think I got you. Is Chase still here? There you go, Lily. It's all good, Chase. You're all good. It came through, so we're good to go. You're welcome, Lily. Let me know how that gardening goes. Chase, I think we're sticking with the same decks for you. That's what I'm feeling. These are the 3 for the night. I love popping people's reading cherries. It just makes me so happy. I've done it for quite a few people. I'll be gentle. As gentle as your guides and spirit will allow. But I'm honored, truly. All jokes aside, I'm honored. I am going to grab another deck. Okay, Lily, I'm going to disconnect from your energy, and Chase, I'm going to go ahead and tap in. Unayarsite. Light some Palo Santo. Ooh. We're going to go with the heavy bell. Chase, do you have a specific question that you would like to ask? Or are we just doing a general? Okay, ask away, darling. Oh, Chase, what a kind soul. You have to see yourself as amazing regardless of what anyone else does or doesn't see. You have to see and hold the magic within you regardless of what anyone else does or doesn't see. You have to hold yourself to a high regard regardless of what anyone else does or doesn't see. Chase, I'm hearing Arcturus. You have such a kind soul. Like it's almost like baffling. Your soul is so kind and so gentle. Sometimes it doesn't always come off that way in your human form. You're deeply Arcturian and Lyran. You come from the stars. Don't forget who you are. Again, regardless of what anyone else sees or says or does, is for you to know who you truly be and to hold that vibration. And there will be those that recognize you. There will be those who see your extraterrestrial magic. And those who don't. And that's okay. You don't have to shrink yourself to fit into those spaces. You get to be exactly as large as you are and to still be in those spaces. They will adjust to accommodate you. Anywhere and everywhere that you're meant to be will adjust to accommodate you, and that's how you'll know you are where you're meant to be. If you're not able to embody the bigness of your soul in any space, know that it's not meant for you. Because truly where you're meant to be will accommodate you. It will adjust, it will readjust to fit. So your job, your task is to unapologetically embody who it is that you be. The truth of who you be. Where you've come from, where you are going. All of it. Don't shrink within. It feels like that's what you learn to do to stay safe, to shrink internally. To be small, to dim yourself. So as to not make others feel bad, or feel less than, or feel threatened by. But it's time to allow yourself to embody all of your being. U'enue sakwate warena auta area sata. Unne ukaya so ene iwere ene eye ere. Oshono kwate se te te. Ureisa no akaeta naisatoe. Ushukutai naiswataya. You've got big energy, Chase. I'm gonna get one more deck. You come from love, and love is where you belong. Absolutely, Chase. Thank you, dear. Leonardo. Hello, darling. Hello. There's been a lot of deceptive energy in your life, Chase, to make you feel small, to make you doubt, to make you question. Feels like for a long time there's probably a chapter where you didn't quite get what you wanted, or things didn't quite align. They weren't quite what you desired. We have the Ace of Swords again. I don't know if you were here for the readings earlier. Ace of Swords came out a few readings ago. This is always confirmation of truth. It's a confirmation of truth. A lack of deception. Right? There's been deceptive energies in your life that have made you question and doubt. That have made you question and doubt this knowing that you had in your soul. And it questioned your sovereignty and your power to do things alone, your power to do things on your own. These seeds of doubt, that's what they planted within you. A belief that you couldn't do it on your own. That you needed some external source to help you manifest it, or that you needed something outside of you. And you did not. I'm speaking in past tense because as we do this reading, you're shifting your timeline, you're shifting that path. So you're no longer on that path. You were. You're not anymore. You're not anymore. You get to choose. From here on out, it gets to be different, right? Can you choose that for yourself? Can you choose the truth of who you be? And the thing is, I'm telling you, this energy, it's going to be contrary to who you've been told that you are. Right? From well-meaning people. It's not like there was malicious intent. But it was a deception. It was an illusion. It was not a truth. And it feels like it's time for you to define exactly what that looks like. And I don't know if you were here earlier when I was talking about this, but defining what it is that you desire and understanding that you get to have it in this life. shifting on an identity level, shifting into who you know that you need to be, shifting into the person who has this before you have it. Shifting into that person though, regardless of the outcome, regardless of how long it takes for the outcome to shift, regardless of the results that you're getting. This feeling, this sensation, this identity has to be independent of anything outside of you. Good morning. Because it was the external that tricked you in the first place. This is a theme of all the readings tonight. Going inward. Look, believe in the impossible. This card used to hold so much meaning for me. This was a card that represented something very specific in my life. That it was like, I didn't believe could happen. And it happened, just not the way that I thought. Not the way that I thought it was supposed to. But it sure as fuck did happen. Believe in the impossible. So remember, it's not for you to control the how. Thank you, Ian. It's for you to align to the energy. The how is not meant for you to control. Look at the bigger picture. Right? The path that you're on right now. Oh, you're all good, Ian. The path that you're on right now, where you said you're on the path of things not working out the way that you want to right now, right? Zoom out. What's the bigger picture here? Where's the higher perspective? The perspective shift. Is it that you're truly not getting the things that you desire, or is that how you're perceiving it? And maybe you're getting things to show you what it is that you truly desire. Because sometimes we have to receive what we don't want in order to understand what we do want. Sometimes we have to experience the contrast to know what we truly desire, who we truly be. Look, again, believe in the impossible. Believe in the impossible. And it might not come in the package that you're expecting. When you see this card, you might think of something specific. And the energy of that thing may be possible, but it may not come in the package that you thought. Because that would be the known. And that's not where the divine operates. The divine operates in the unknown. So if it was something known, that's not the divine. The divine is the unknown. The unknown is the magic. Not the predictable past that we're projecting out into the future. The unknown. The impossible, what feels impossible to us, that's in the unknown. It's not in what we think we're creating based on what we know. It's in something we've never seen before, we've never experienced before. It's going to be brand fucking new. The unknown. One more from this deck for you. A new start is coming. So the question that I was asking, if there's anything that wanted to be clarified here. Right? So there's your clarification chase. A new start is coming. It's time to move into the new chapter. Remember? We already talked about that. As you're listening to the reading, you're shifting into the new timeline. It's time to start writing, right? There you go. There you go. It's time to start defining specifically and exactly. Hello, Michael the Archangel. Yes. Live in the unknown every day. Start writing, start planning. What do you want it to look like? What are you creating? What are you creating? Amazing. Amazing. You're literally writing. Amazing. Start writing. Write it down. Write it down. All right, Spirit, you got anything else? Yeah. I'm happy to check it out. I think my Instagram is linked in my bio. Actually, I don't even have the app on my phone right now, but whenever I download it again, I download it like once a week to get caught up on messages and things, and then I delete it again. So I don't have the app right now. But oh. Trust in the timing and the way that things come through for you, Chase. Okay? Don't attach to how it has to look. Just trust in how it comes through. Letting go of the outcomes, right? Doing what we're called to do simply because we're called to do it regardless of the outcome. And you may see the results of it years from now, right? You know, there were so many years that I was posting on Instagram and doing work on Instagram and kind of feeling like it was pointless. And like years later, I have so many people tell me, oh my God, the work you did impacted me so much. Da, 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 da. Like you never know. I bring that up also partially because you just started posting on Instagram. And this world of social media is so interesting, you know, what we can make it mean about us. And so coming back to the message at the beginning for you, right, is that you get to define who you are. You have to hold your magnificence separate from what anyone outside of you sees or feels or knows, right? It's for you to know and hold your sovereignty, for you to hold and know your power and your capability. No one else. What people see in you is going to be a reflection of themselves, because we're all mirrors. Just like what you see in me is a reflection of yourself as well. People who see the light in me, it's merely a reflection of the light that lives inside of them. People who see other things in me, it's just a reflection. It goes for everyone. So, remember that. Don't take things personally. Well, that light language that came through, that was Arcturian. That was like directly your family from Arcturus, like welcoming you back. being like, hi. That was really cool. I'm so honored I got the chance to read for you, Chase, and be your first reading. It's so fun. I love that. But truly, thank you for trusting me with your energy. Is there anything else? Thank you. Become unfuckwithable, Chase. Okay? Things are all going to work out as they're meant to. One practice you can do, Chase, is if there's ever been someone in your life that you've loved how they perceived you, maybe they saw you as, or maybe it's even just the way that I perceived you in this reading, right? The way that I described you at the beginning of the reading, the energy that I was mirroring back to you. Whatever that is, maybe it's that, maybe it's there's someone in your life that sees you in a certain way, sees you in a certain light. Feel, and even if it's a person that like you don't talk to anymore, it doesn't have to be about the person, but it's about the energy that that person's perception of you makes you step into, right? When you think of how they perceive you, you step into a certain energy. We do this in general, right? If we believe that someone perceives us negatively, we kind of naturally shift into that energy. If we believe that someone perceives us as being super powerful and divine, we shift into that energy. If we believe that someone perceives us in this way, right, we shift our energy. So think into someone in your life who saw you in this really like high light, who saw you for who you truly be, who saw you for your soul being, who saw you for your magnificence and your power and that beautiful kindness that you have, Chase. And someone who saw value in that, whether they're in your life or not. Feel into that perception of how that person perceived you and begin to perceive yourself that way. Let that be the truth of the dominant vibration that you carry. I love you. I'm going to disconnect from your energy. Again, thank you for the chance to read for you. It was beautiful. And I got out this deck because this is your first reading, and this was my first ever deck. Right? It felt very fitting. It felt aligned. This was my first deck. Wild Unknown Tarot. Felt right for your first reading. Believe in the impossible. I'm telling you. Okay, I'm just going to finish the shuffle of these. You know what? I didn't get you an animal. Spirit, we need an animal for Chase. Please and thank you. Coming out of the chrysalis, coming out of the cocoon, being born anew. It's your new chapter. Welcome. What will you do with your new set of wings? Don't think about everything you've been through and the trauma of the past. That's not where you're going anymore. It's time to create something new. What will you do with your new set of wings? What will you create? Somebody that you used to know. Why is that song coming in? But you did enough to cut me off. Make out like it never happened. No, we were I don't even need your love. Treat me like a stranger and I feel so. You didn't have to stoop so low. Have your friends let you look at some change number. Guess that I don't need the dough. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Somebody. Thank you for the rose. Anuiri Wasutonoria. Urauno soani, urauno so ayano ariaketene, shuetene soatari, usotonora isotaya, soani rosuenete. Arroesene. Resuate. Suane wasatuanar. I love you all dearly. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for honoring yourself, and thank you for choosing to receive. Thank you. Thank you for the energy exchange. Your presence, the gifts, the energy of even just tapping the screen, it all feeds the energy. Lily, I'm so glad it was an amazing night for you. So glad you're here, High Star. Big shifts tonight. There were big shifts tonight. Those of you that are here from the beginning, it's been a ride. We started at 8:30. It's now 12 o'clock. It's tomorrow. Oh, yeah. You are so held. You are so loved. Our final Palo Santo for the evening. I am here every Tuesday night around 9 p.m. Sometimes a bit before, sometimes a bit after. Beautiful souls. Do you see the smoke from that Palo Santo? It's going off. Yes, indeed. It's the age of Aquarius. I love you. Thank you for being here. Have a beautiful night. I do repost these on YouTube. My YouTube is linked in my bio. It's Ethereal Harmony 777. Thank you. I love these bells. They're handmade in India. I have a little one as well. I love you too. Yes, that is so true. We just did begin Gemini season. We were on that Taurus-Gemini cusp. And it's officially Gemini season. Gemini is the number 6, the Lover's card. Ah, Lily, you're a Gemini. You're a Taurus, Chase. Very good, very good. Okay. I love you guys. Like I said, I do repost these. So if you want to watch previous weeks as well, they're on my YouTube. Very true. Yeah. And if not, I will see you next week. Yeah, I still need to redo my Enneagram. Not my Enneagram. Which one is that? Hi, sir. Which one is it again? It's not Enneagram. It's too late for my brain to work is what it is. Myers-Briggs, that's the one. Yes, Myers-Briggs. Yes, Enneagram is the number. I'm a number 4 Enneagram. Believe. I don't know where that one went. Okay. Yes, indeed. ENFP or INFP. Very nice. I think I was an E something or other. I don't remember. I did it so long ago. INFP for you as well. Hi, Star. You also said you're an IFP, right? -A. I will. I'll redo it. And next week you have to ask, though. You have to remind me because I might not remember. I might, but I might not. There's a lot of things swirling around in this being. I love you. Have a beautiful night. I will see you next Tuesday. Or on YouTube or on one of my other posts. But I'll definitely see you next Tuesday. I love you guys.